everybody, it's Liz. I am coming to you with maybe 3, 4 little projects that you can put together really quickly that are cool for your junk journals. These are not my original ideas at all. As a matter of fact, I was searching for the videos to link for you so that you could see them. And honestly, they were so far back in my history that I don't remember who they were or how to find them. So if I can keep continuing to search for them and link the original people that I saw these from, I will. If not, just know these are not my original ideas. And also, if you know who they are, please let me know so that I can give credit where credit is due, please. So on that note, let's get to it. So I have put together, I was super busy earlier this year. I came across these in my stash, actually, and I kind of forgot I had them in my little storage bin. Yeah, I made these earlier, like maybe around May time, and just haven't got them up in my shop or anything, but they will be for sale up in the shop starting tonight. Probably around 7 is going to be about the time that I can get to it, so I will let you know when they are up. So here they are, and they're literally just book pages. So they open like this. This one I have decorated with little kids. And this one has a pocket. Which is just another book page folded. And then I have, which I will show you in a second, these 2x2 squares. And these are so simple to put together. Just some stamping, some stitching. I have these little ones and then another one of these, and just a blank tag. So yeah, there's a pocket there, and there is also a small little pocket there. So 2 pockets, and then decorated, and that one flips open, and it nestles right into the little circle. So there's the first kind that I've done. And then here's, I believe, oh no, this is another, oh yeah, this one's upside down. I did this one upside down, so it actually opens. And the reason I did it upside down, I remember now, is because when I folded it, the map was upside down. So just remember that if you're using directional paper, and I'll show you in a minute which way you need to fold it. If you use directional paper, it needs to be kind of upside down, and yeah, I'll show you in a minute so that you understand. But anyway, this one folds out this way and up this way. And these, I did put a little tag in with cluster, and this has a pocket that opens, and I thought that was really cool. And then I just added some more of these little squares that I'm honestly just gonna show you quickly how to put together, because they're kind of super simple. So that gets folded like that, and that gets put in like this. Now these I did not stitch, but I believe, yeah, this one I did. And like I said, super simple, super quick. You can stitch around the whole thing. You can stitch around just the pocket, like I did here. And literally, this is just the quickest little envelope you want to put together for yourself at all. But anyway, and then there's one with just a little slider bar, a little turny thing, that if you turn just the right way, it opens up. And then I've decorated it like this, and there's another pocket with goodies in there, and I have another little pocket. So these are all things you can do with your book pages that you take apart, for, you know, when you take a book page apart, or when you take a book apart to use the oh my goodness, the cover for your journal, and you're left with all these book pages and you kind of don't know what to do with them. Well, these are ideas on what to do with those leftover book pages. They're great little, they're great for little things like these. And like I said, you can make pockets, you can stitch on them, and these are inked. So there's another little idea for you. And then just tags that I put together. And these are some botanicals. I just made a whole bunch of these. I literally whipped these up, I think, in a day, or less than a day. Like, I just sat and folded and put little brads in there, and yeah. So, and then this one has a tie with some yarn. So this one opens up like this, and this is probably too much yarn. I'm gonna probably cut that off, and then the little knot came out. So let me knot that back up again. So you just want to add, this one's pretty thin, and the eyelet's pretty big, so I'm gonna double knot this one, and put a little loop in it so it doesn't, oh no, it's still coming through. I might have to change the yarn on this one. I think that's why these were not in my shop yet, because I still had some things to change and switch on them, so I'm gonna have to put another. And then, like I said, then just another little envelope within an envelope, and little goodies in here, so more little stickers. And so yeah, so these are, I'm not going to go through all of these because they're all kind of roughly the same, but you kind of get the idea on what you can do with these. Like I said, these are just book pages that are stitched and give some character, and like some of these, if I can get this in now, I can't get it in. Oh, it's stuck on the other little things that are in there. So I'm going to leave this one aside because I know I need to fix that yarn on there. And this probably the same, excuse my arm in the way, this probably the same. I need to switch the yarn out. So same. And then the other ones that I have are this kind that just have the circles and the scallop circle with a brad in the middle. And like I said, this one's not even stitched. It's just glued, and there's more stuff inside. So like I said, these will go up in my shop around 7 tonight if I can get my stuff together, if I can get myself together today. So I'm not going to bore you with those. Same, just a little bit of a different idea, a little bit of a different brad. Now these are all stuff, like all these papers that you're seeing are literally scraps. This is all scrap paper, all book pages, stuff that I have either sitting on my desk that's collecting dust, or stuff that I've accumulated. And like I said, junk journaling, you accumulate a lot of book pages if you haven't already figured that out. So yeah, it's like, what do you do with them? Well, this is an idea, and this is great fodder for your junk journal embellishments. So this one just has 2 clasp circles, and it's got a little string, and like I said, just envelopes. And I'm so excited because my husband, for my birthday, and I told him he had to wrap it, otherwise I was going to open it. He bought me a brand new sewing machine just for junk journaling, which I'm super thankful and super excited about. And it's got 150 stitches in it. So I just can't wait. My birthday's October 14th, and I am just chomping at the bit to get to that new sewing machine so that I can have all these fun stitches. Like mine has, I think I'm looking at it now, I think it has 5 or 6 stitches, and this is one of them, which I love this stitch. I think it's so much fun. So I do use this stitch, but it will be so great to get all sorts of different stitches. And I'm so excited. Not that my sewing machine is very old, and I honestly just use it for paper, but it was such a good deal at Joann last week that we couldn't pass it up. I think it was a $300 sewing machine, and they had one of their Black Friday specials, and it happened to be $189. So I was like, oh my God, we have to get this. So like I said, I'm chomping at the bit to get my new sewing machine. And then these are just, like I said, these are literally like 12 by 12 sheets. I believe they are. Let me see. This is 7 inches. So I think these were just offcuts that I had from 12 by 12s. So this opened up is 7 inches. So it's 7 by 4. Okay. And I folded it at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I folded it at the 5-inch mark, and then folded it down, and yeah, and then stitched around it, and you have a nice little pocket for more goodies. Like, I have just tons. One day back in May or June, early June, I can't remember when I did these, but like, I was up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I started sewing, and I did not stop for a few hours, and I just sewed little ephemera pieces and stuff. But these are so simple. And once again, these are about 7 inches. So they would be 14. No. Let's see. How does that work if this is 7? Let's see. 5, 10. I'm not sure. I'll do it in a minute. I'm lost now because I know pages aren't. I know these are 12-inch pages, or 12-inch long by 4 inches wide. So I know they're 12 by 4. I just can't remember like what the exact size. And then here's a fun one using book pages. So the back of it's a book page. And like I said, you have to kind of put it on upside down so that when you fold it, it's right side out. So yeah, anyway. And then just a couple of little journaling cards. And I kind of like the round top on them. I believe there was like a raggedy edge, and I didn't care for the raggedy edge. So like I just made a round top, and I like these. And then I know I saw a fellow junk journaler do this, and I believe, don't quote me on this, like I said, I'm trying to find the video. I believe this was Septerra 18 that did these. And basically they are, if I can unwind it here. So these are made out of envelopes, and you can use whatever size envelope you want. And they are accordion. So they open up like that. Isn't that cool? So yeah, I think I love this idea. So these were super simple to put together too. So yeah, super duper simple. Don't ask me why I just got really quiet during that. I have no idea, but there it is. And then these I showed you. So this is basically just a 2 by 2 square, 2 by 2 book pages, and then a circle punch and another little, a small little circle punch, and sewed up, and there you have it. And then these are just small, and I have a bunch cut. I don't think I'm going to bore you with sewing today because I think everybody maybe knows how to sew. I don't know. I guess everybody is kind of a gross exaggeration, but I'm sure you can figure out how to sew a straight stitch around. And I won't bore you with sewing today. But basically, you put them together like this, and you're going to get, hold on a second, you are going to get your circle punch and just put it in like this. And because of the arthritis in my hands, I'm going to have to do this to the side and off camera. So bear with me for a second, because I have to punch on my desk. So yeah, so you just punch and then you grab this and then you stitch around. And you know, if you want to get super fancy, I have in the past used just packaging, and this one happens to open up this way. So taking some packaging apart, sorry for the noise, taking some packaging apart like this and then cutting out another square, so you have a little window in it. So don't throw away your packaging. I try to keep tabs on how much junk I save, but I do save quite a bit of packaging for windows. I also was able to just recently go to, when I went to Goodwill, somebody had 3 boxes of transparency film. I couldn't believe it, and it was $1.99 a piece. So I got 3 boxes of 100. So I have 300 transparencies for like $5. It was crazy. So I was lucky enough to have that. But like I said, you're going to stitch around that. And then if you want, you can take the edge of this and make a little, let me see if I can do it. Like I said, I struggle with my hands. So I might be able to do this. I might not, but no, I can't. Oh, and I made a Mahogan out of it. So don't do what I just did and do that, but you're going to cut a little notch out. And, okay, that's a hubby project. So I knew I shouldn't have done that. I just don't, my hands have arthritis in them and I don't have enough force, and sometimes my punches stick. So, anyway, that's a Mr. Embellishments for Days project. So, anyway, you get the gist. So these are 2x2 squares, and then you can cut, these are 3x3 squares, same thing, and use your, bigger circle punch in the middle, sew around the edges, put a little notch if you want to. The other thing you can do with them is, and I don't have any, or I would have showed you them, is to put a stamp. If you have a small botanical stamp or a small bee or anything like that, whatever project you're working on, is to have a small stamp in the middle. And that's also very cute. So, yeah, so there's that. And like I said, I'm not going to bore you with sewing today. These are just quick little projects that you can do. But what I'm going to show you is I'm going to get some book pages. So basically, for these, so they open up like this. They open up like this. Okay, this one just happens to have some, and then you have the pocket. So what you are going to do is you are going to fold your first one in half. So you're going to take a book page and you're going to fold it in half. Okay, and then you are going to determine, let's see what I did. Okay, so I cut off, I think this is, let me make sure I'm getting this right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 inches high. So you're going to get your paper cutter. This is just my book. Now you have to determine what size book you have, or book pages you have. And that determines, and you want the right way. So this is 4 inches. So it's basically the top. So you're going to cut off I'm going to cut mine at the 4-inch mark. Okay. And then you're going to take this one and you are going to make sure it is the right direction. So it is upside down. Okay. So it's upside down and then face down. Okay. So this part is upside down and face down. And I guess so you're going to put this in here like this. So you have about, I would say maybe 2 inches at the top. So lining up with the 2-inch mark, and then you're going to come up and you are going to fold it up like so. Make it even, and then you are going to fold it down and make it even. Okay, well, it was a little crooked, but so fold it down, make it even with the side. Okay, so now you have your fold, and you have this. So now what you're going to do with this is you're going to take your glue, set that to the side. You're going to take your glue. So I'm using art glitter glue. So you're going to glue here and you're going to glue here so that you have a nice little pocket. Okay. I always like to glue right to the edge. Now, here's where you can get crafty. So this one is only sewed on the sides. So I only sewed this part. Okay. There are some, let me see if I can find one for you that is sewed. I don't have one that is sewed all the way around. Okay, well, I'm not going to show you then. I thought I did. Anyway, you can, if you would like, sew, take it to your sewing machine and sew a stitch all the way around if you want. If not, you're going to take the envelope, now you have a little pocket. You're going to take your envelope and you're going to take this to the sewing machine and sew down before you glue it down. Okay? And then I did, and let me get my, is this it? This is my archival ink. I, believe it or not, do not have any, I do not have any distress inks. None. I absolutely do not own a distress ink. So I know it's this one because I have. So I use archival ink to distress everything. And I have the little finger daubers. And I usually use sepia or coffee to do it. So today I'm going to use sepia. And yeah, so you just ink around the edges. So ink, 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 ink. And it's funny because I'm doing this, but I almost hate this noise. I don't know why. It's just annoying to me, this noise. And maybe that's why I don't ink more. And I should ink more because I really like the look of it. I just hate this noise. So me and the mister went to the cabin this weekend, which was absolutely fabulous. I love our little cabin. That was the best decision we made. Like, seriously, 2 years ago, we bought a cabin in the woods, and it is just fabulous. So our neighbor, our plots are, let's see, there's 10 acres in between us. And he drove over on his lawnmower, which we thought was hysterical as he's pulling in our driveway on his lawnmower. He says, I don't know if I would be out tonight because I just saw the bobcat. I was like, oh, Oh, Sylvester. We call the bobcat Sylvester. And Sylvester the bobcat was out Saturday night. So she was, I don't know if it's a he or a she, but she's lurking about the properties on Saturday night. So we were very careful. We were very careful. But yeah, Sylvester was lurking about. And we didn't see her on the trail cam, so we're not sure which way she came from. But we have just 2 trail cams up. So she, and ours are cellular, so they actually send image to my phone when an animal is nearby. And we did not get a hit on our cameras, so we're not sure where she came from. But anyway, she was out and about, so we were a little nervous. And then a couple of weeks ago, we caught the tail end of a bear on the trail cam. So yeah, that was unnerving. I was like, I didn't know we had bears in Ohio. So sure enough, we caught a bear on our trail cam. And that was the first week we had the trail cams up. We were like, oh no. We're like, I wonder what else is in our woods. So we haven't, mostly deer, turkey, raccoon, chipmunks, fun animals, and then, the off bobcat and bear. So, so just to be warned that there are bears and bobcats in our woods. So yeah, she was out and about. Okay, so now that we have that inking process down, and like I said, I don't like to do that because it's just takes forever. So anyway, I have it inked. I'm not going to bore you with inking the other side. I'll do that in a minute. I'll do that off camera. But anyway, you just put a bead of glue right in the center. So if you want to do a little more glue, because it does get opened and pulled a lot. So I do about a bead of glue like that. And you're going to put it not right on the fold, but a little bit up from the fold line so that you can fold it. And then you're going to just pop it down, make sure it's even. And there you go. All right. And then let that dry for a minute. And then because my hole punch now is all gummed up with that, I am going to take an offcut of my, I did do a circle before we started. So basically you are going to take your circle and you are going to glue it down. Did I glue it? Hold on. Let me remember this. Did I glue it? Or did it? No, I did not. I just put a brad in. Okay. So let me get my brads out. Everything is right at my fingertips. So I have little brads, I have big brads. I am going to use a big gold brad. I may distress these at some point, these brads, because they are really, really gold. So you're going to take your awl, your pokey tool, whatever you have, just eyeball the center, and then poke your hole. Careful not to poke your finger, and careful not to poke through anything else. And then you're going to put your brad in. And if you're being really fancy, which I can't now because I don't have my circle punch readily available because I gummed it up. If you want, you can put another circle over this to hide that brad. I will do that at some point. Some of these I did not do, but I will go back and finish those up and put a brad through there. And so there's your little book. And you're going to put another circle. I'm going to show you on one that I have tied. Where is it? 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 Oh my goodness. Where did I put that? Anyway, you're going to... That's so weird. Where did I put that? Anyway, you're going to put it... You're going to put a piece of string. Let me get one that's big enough. Cut it. Cut it, cut it, cut it. I was thinking about doing a room tour. So my husband knows that I love to watch craft room tour videos and I just set my craft room up. It has taken me a couple of years to get it how I want it, working like I want it. And so if you're interested and want to see where I work, what my room is set up like, a little bit of organization, let me know in the comments. I would love to do a room tour. I just don't know if anybody's interested in seeing my room, but it's fun. It's all hot pink and all the pinks. Whenever anybody sees my room that's new to me, you know, like a new person that comes to see my room, they're like, oh my God, it's so pink. So anyway, you're going to tie it like that. And now you can cut this if you want. I usually do snip it like right underneath the end. And then you just wrap it around. You just wrap it around and then go under a couple of times. Now, I will tell you, you're looking at this going, that looks terrible. I usually, for the circles, the reason that I used this one was because it was right on my desk. I will tell you to use a cardstock, a heavy, heavy cardstock for these. That way they don't bend. They are seamless in there. When you wrap it around, they just don't warp. This one is going to warp, so I will tell you off camera when hubby gets my circle punch all fixed and put back together, or not put back together for me, but fixed for me. I will punch out another circle and take this brad out and do it. So do as I say, not as I do. So that is your tutorial for the day. So I will, and like I said, you can do these any which way you want. Envelopes. Now these, just these regular little envelopes. Where's my book page? So basically these regular little envelopes, you are just going to fold however big, however deep you want your envelope. So I would fold it up. Let's see, what did I fold it? 1, 2, 3, just about 4 and a little bit. 4 and a little bit. And then you're going to fold it down, and don't fold it like completely on that line. Fold it down, and then you're going to judge where you put your circle. So this one is, let's see, this one is about, let me get my ruler. I will tell you how far down it is. The middle is about 2 inches down, so right about halfway down. Okay, so if this is 4 inches, judge, because you can't, this one you can't put there. You're gonna have to put it at the 1 inch mark, okay? So you're gonna have to put it at the 1 inch mark, make a hole, and do that before you sew it up. So make sure before you sew it up, you are putting your circle and your brad in. Okay, so circle, brad, or whatever you're going to hold it with. But I suggest, like I said, a small brad. I like these big gold. I like this size. I think they look nice. So yeah, this will be at the 1 inch mark and not the 2 inch mark. This was probably a little bit deeper or a different kind of book page. And then put the brad in, and then you're going to sew it all the way around so that you have a nice pocket. And then, yep, and then just tuck it in, and you have a nice little envelope for yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my tutorial for the day. I will have all of these probably in packets of 2 to 4 in my shop. And they will all come with the goodies inside. I'll make sure I take pictures of them all, so you know exactly what you're getting. I'll link my shop below. I will link the ladies' videos if I can find them. Like I said, I apologize if I can't find them, but I looked in my history to see if I could. I know they were so far back in my history, I got lost, like, looking through everything. So just know these are not my ideas once again. And yeah, if I can link it, I will. And you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.